Round 1, fight!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 130 of the Sun and Moon anime titled Mallow vs. Lana, a full-power battle of friendship just dropped, and we are on the first round of battles. This episode is going to be Ash vs. Faba, Hao vs. Oak, Guzma vs. Ilima, and Mallow vs. Lana. How did each of the battles go? Well, let's find out. The episode begins with a recap of the battle royal that took place last episode. It shows a clip of all of our heroes having their moments, as well as the rest of the winners like Team Rocket, Guzma, and Ilima also winning. They end with showing us the first round matchups to remind us who's facing who before we go to the stadium where the first battle is about to begin. The announcer introduces both Ash and Faba and talks about their accolades. Faba starts off throwing out his Hypno, and before Ash can send out his Pikachu, Faba has his Hypno use Psychic and bring out Ash's Meltan onto the field, forcing him to use that Pokemon. We see a flashback from Faba's perspective and we find out that it was his plan to choose what he felt was Ash's weakest Pokemon and have a battle. He says that he's just doing this to have a chance to battle the Masked Royal. But now that it's out, Ash decides to choose Meltan anyways. He apologized to Pikachu and it's kinda heartbreaking as Pikachu is so sad. Aw, sorry Pikachu, you have to wait a bit. Even Ash's friends didn't realize what happened and think that he must have some sort of plan. The announcers confirmed to us that the first round will just be a one-on-one matchup. Hollow says ready, start, and the battle between Ash and Faba begins. Ash begins with Flash Cannon and Hypno dodges it. Ash then has Meltan use Headbutt and Faba uses Reflect to cut the damage in half. Faba is confident that he can win and has Hypno use Hypnosis. However, Meltan jumps right onto Hypno's pendant and as he's trying to use Hypnosis, melts it. This shocks both Faba and Hypno and Ash uses this opportunity to use another Flash Cannon to KO Hypno. The winner of this match is Ash. Faba tries to protest asking if that was legal, but Hollow just says that Meltan used its ability, which is legal, which means the ruling stays. As Ash walks towards the back, he comes across Ilima who congratulates him on his win. Ash asks if he's next and he confirms, saying that he's gonna do his best. The second battle of the tournament will be Ilima vs. Guzma. Ilima's fangirls cheer him on and even Team Skull girls cheer him on, and in response, all the guys of Team Skull cheer on Guzma. Ilima throws out his Kangaskhan and Guzma sends out his Scizor. The second match of the tournament is about to be underway. Ready? Begin. Ilima starts off with a power-up punch and Guzma counters with the bullet punch. However, Kangaskhan dodges the bullet punch and lands a clean shot on Scizor, which makes it power up its attack some more. Ash cheers on Ilima as Rotom explains this to our hero. Ilima then goes for another power-up punch, but this time Guzma counters with agility and dodges it. Ilima tells Guzma that he's quite skilled, but asks how he'll deal with this as he pulls out his Mega Stone. He then Mega Evolves his Kangaskhan and uses another power-up punch which hits, and with Mega Kangaskhan's ability, it hits even more. Ilima then uses Rock Slide and Scizor counters with agility to dodge it. However, as soon as Scizor gets close, Ilima hits it with a low kick. He then follows up with another power-up punch, but this time, Guzma tells Scizor to dodge backwards, which positions the baby Kangaskhan in front of the adult Kangaskhan, causing it to stop attacking it and get hit with Exeggutor. This is Guzma's strategy now, and this works as he starts using that over and over and gaining the advantage over Ilima. Kyowe explains this to our hero on how Guzma is getting the advantage, and it shows as the adult Kangaskhan is getting really beat up and getting hit by Exeggutors over and over and slowing down while it attacks so it doesn't hit its own baby. Ilima tries to go for one more power-up punch, but Kangaskhan is too hurt to attack and gets hit by one last Exeggutor, knocking it out. Therefore, the winner of this match, Guzma. The male Team Skull members are happy and Ilima fans are crying. The announcers are shocked of the upset and so are the members of the audience as the crowd goes quiet as Guzma walks away. We cut straight to the third battle, this time not even getting a match graphic card as Hao takes on Oak. It's his Alolan Raichu versus Oak's Alolan Exeggutor. Hao's Raichu is able to outspeed and avoid Exeggutor and hit it with Thunderbolt in midair. However, Oak says that it's gonna take more than just that to beat him, and shakes off the Thunderbolt. He then has Alola Exeggutor use Dragon Hammer, and Hao has his Raichu use Quick Attack to dodge it, followed up by a Focus Blast to KO it. As Hao is announced the winner and is celebrating, we see Hala in the audience smiling. The winner of this third match, Hao. We cut to the back as we see Mallow and Lana are walking towards the battlefield for their match. Lana asks Mallow if she thinks Hao won, and Mallow just kinda nods and says, Lana asks Mallow what's wrong, and she just says she's nervous, and Lana tells Mallow just treat it like any other match. They tell each other to fight at full power as they go their separate ways for their fight. We then see Mallow's brother running straight to the stadium to make sure he does not miss her fight. Both of them are in the battlefield. Lana confidently calls out her Primarina, while Mallow nervously calls out her Tsareena. The rest of our heroes and their Pokemon cheer both of them on. The fourth match of this first round will be Mallow versus Lana. Let the battle begin. Mallow begins the battle with Magical Leaf and Lana counters with Sparkling Aria. Lana then continues to use Sparkling Aria and Tsareena tries to dodge but gets hit by it. Lily and Rotom discuss the fact that Lana can use those balloons as both an offensive and a defensive weapon, but if Tsareena can get close to Primarina, that could give the win to Mallow. Tsareena continues to try to move in closer but keeps getting denied. Lana then uses another Sparkling Aria, to which this time Mallow counters with Trope Kick and Tsareena gets closer to Primarina, but Lana counters with Icy Wind, which shocks everyone and freezes Tsareena in place. Kiawe postures that Lana must have taught her Primarina an ice move just to counter grass users like Mallow. Lana continues to hit her with Icy Wind, which sends back Tsareena with a super effective hit. When it gets sent back, it goes down, and after seeing Tsareena go down, Mallow asks Lana when she learned that move, as she prepares to call her Tsareena back to forfeit the battle. However, Tsareena doesn't want to return and blocks her attempts to return to the Pokeball. Lana tells Mallow to fight till the end, and she tells her that even though she's a kind and considerate person who tries to understand people's feelings, this time she has it wrong, as Tsareena still wants to battle. We then see a flashback to all the moments that her and Tsareena have shared, including when it was a Bound Suite, and this causes Mallow to get her confidence and say that she's going to win this battle. They start the battle again as the intro song plays, and Tsareena uses Magical Leaf and Primarina counters with Sparkling Aria. Tsareena then goes in for a stomp, but Primarina dodges. Mallow can see that Tsareena is at her limit and she'll need to finish it in one hit as she looks at her Z-Ring, and as Tsareena dodges another Sparkling Aria and gets closer to her, they look at each other and decide to go for it. Tsareena and Mallow start using their Z move Bloom Doom, and our heroes in the audience wonder if she can pull it off as Mallow continues to use the move. Lana's also impressed but says that she won't lose as she starts using her Primarinium Z to use Oceanic Operetta. They use the Z move on each other, but the Z moves cancel each other out, which is bad news for Mallow as she doesn't have any long range moves, and this proves to be fatal as Primarina uses Aqua Jet and Tsareena is too weak to counter. With a direct hit, Primarina KOs Tsareena. The winner of this battle, Lana. Afterwards, as Mallow is tending towards Tsareena, her brother calls out to her, saying that she was great as he saw the whole battle. Lana then comes over to Mallow to tell her that she was also great, and thanks Mallow for the battle. Mallow says that battling at full power is fun, but losing is frustrating, and Softglees and Kiawe say that they can't get outdone by this battle, as Kukui thinks to himself that both of them did great, as we end the episode. The after credit scene is Olivia trying to eat with Hala with some noodles in her hand, but she trips, causing everything to fall on Hala. This episode, man, I'm conflicted on this episode. On the one end, there was a lot of battles, which I'll never complain about. There were 4 different types of battle. Ash vs Faba was a comedic battle, Guzma vs Ilima was a very strategic battle, Hao vs Oak was a very action-based battle, and Lana vs Mallow was a very emotional battle. However, and this is what I feared when I saw that there was going to be 4 battles this episode, is that besides Mallow vs Lana, the other 3 matches felt shortchanged. I mean, I don't expect Ash vs Faba to be a masterpiece, but I was really hoping we would see more than just 4 combined moves in the duration of the battle. Same thing with Guzma vs Ilima and Hao vs Oak. Mallow vs Lana was a battle with 6 moves, each person using 3 different moves, which is good, And I understand the league isn't about moves, but how you use them, but I'm just trying to make the point that having very few moves take place in a battle limits it, and I felt like for those 3 battles, it really did. However, I do understand that this is just a 1v1, so we're not going to spend much time on it. There's going to be 3v3 battles where the matches will be longer and the battles will be more polished. This is just the nature of tournaments in Pokemon, since they tend to only spend 5 to 7 episodes on the league itself. Those are the sacrifices you have to make. The animations for this move in this battle were great. The only one that I kinda thought was lame was Exeggutor, since they would cut to a still frame every time Kangaskhan got hit. Other than that, the animations for the move, especially for Howl vs Oak, was superb. One bad thing about that is though, when the moves happen in succession, you really notice the reuse of shots. I don't really have a problem with it most of the time, but in a battle only format episode like this, it's really noticeable, and to me it was kinda distracting. But some others might not even notice and might not even feel the same way. For the positives though, the Lana vs Mallow battle was great. It was drama filled because we know both of these characters, so it's more meaningful. I don't think the result was surprising to anyone, but it's good to see growth from Mallow, who's never really been a battler. I think that the matchups for this first round have been great so far, and I can't wait to see the rest of the first round battles. Overall, I like this episode, but I just wish that the battles were longer. Again, I can't complain too much about it though, since this is just a 1v1 round. I'm looking forward to the rest of the league so we can continue our journey to see who's gonna face the Mass Royal. The next episode preview showing us that the other 4 matches are going to take place next episode, which, man, just like this episode, I feel like a lot of the matches are going to be shortchanged, which really sucks. But just like how this one was focused on Mallow vs Lana, the next one seems to be focused on Jesse vs James, and I really hope that Beware doesn't interrupt the match because that would really be disappointing. I'm honestly looking forward to that battle more than even Lily vs Gladion. I think that's the most unpredictable battle of the league so far. I can't wait to see what happens. But anyways, that's it for my Pokemon Sun and Moon 130 review. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the first 4 round matchups in the comments below. You can also let me know on my Twitter at TheRealPdGaming. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.